Hello and welcome to Crochet. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can crochet in the front loop only, and this is something you'll see where it might say like single crochet FLO, and FLO means front loop only. You may also see BLO, which means back loop only, and that will be a separate video. So I want to start off by showing you exactly the difference between a regular stitch and a front loop only stitch. So on this one here, this is a regular half double crochet stitch, and this is a front loop only half double crochet stitch. So on this one, you can see that there are 3 rows of half double crochet, and these 2 were worked on this side, and then this one was worked on the other side. So the big difference is that you're going to see this line right here. So you can see on this one, you have that same like little kind of twisty line that's going on there, but right underneath it on the orange front loop only swatch, you've got that other line as well that's not present on the just half double crochet. And what that is the part of the stitch that you didn't work into is poking through, and I think it actually looks super cute. I actually front loop only crocheted by accident when I first started out, so seeing that line is like a little bit like, oof, that's a lot. But it's actually super easy to do. And to understand how to front loop only crochet, you have to understand the anatomy of crochet stitches. So let's take a look at this. So this is the top of your stitches here. So the top of every single stitch is going to have this V shape, and there are 2 sides to that V. When you're looking at your work, the one closest to you will be the front loop, and the one furthest away from you will be the back loop. So this one here is front, and this one is back. And when you're working your stitch, what you're going to do if you're doing a front loop only is only go under the one part, just the front half of that stitch, when normally you would go through the entire stitch and get both parts of the V on your hook. So for a front loop, you're going to go through the front. For a back loop, you would just go through the back. And I'll show you that in action. And I'm going to be working in half double crochet stitches, 1, because they're my favorite, and 2, because I do think they show up a little better on camera. We want to make sure we can identify where our V is and where that front loop only is going to be. So this part is our chain. There's the loop on the hook, and this is our first stitch. So we're going to work just into this part of that stitch. Now when you're looking, if you make a piece of fabric that is just front loop only like this, it might be confusing because you can see a V here, but this is part of that line that you're going to see. So you've got a line here, and then you've got that one. So the one we're looking at there is this, and it makes it look like there is that extra part, but you're working into the top of your work. So you just want to kind of turn it so you can see those V's there. So what we're going to do is we are going to yarn over, since we're working in a half double crochet, and then we are going to go into just the front part of the stitch. So we can go in and kind of just split them and go just through that one. So because we yarned over, there was a loop on our hook, and then we have that part. There's 3 on our hook right now. Then we will grab onto the yarn to yarn over, 3 loops on the hook, and then just complete it like normal by going through all 3. And you can see there that this is a lot looser than if you do a regular half double crochet. When you work a regular half double crochet, you go through both of those loops with both V's on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, and you can see that it's much tighter because it's being worked through both. So you can see it's a lot closer, and this one's a lot looser, which is kind of nice sometimes. It's something that will come in handy once in a while, but a regular crochet stitch is going to be a lot tighter. So I'll show you how to do that again. We're going to yarn over. We're not going to go through this one because that is not part of the stitch. And then we're going to go through just the front loop of that V, which we can see here. There's the back loop. And then we can grab onto that yarn and then yarn over and pull through all 3 stitches. And that's going to be our front loop only. And working through the front loop only feels a little bit unnatural at first, but once you do a couple of stitches, you'll get used to the feeling and you'll be able to just zoom through it. It really depends on the angle that you're holding it. If I'm doing a regular crochet stitch, I'm going to be holding it a little bit like straighter so that I can get through both stitches really easily. But because I'm only going through that one and I want to be able to push my hook through very easily without the other one getting in the way, I kind of do it more in like a flat angle. Not fully flat, but like definitely flatter because you can just push through and then be able to get through that part of the stitch and just go right through without the back loop getting in your way. But that is how easy it is to front loop only crochet. You can do this with every single crochet stitch where you just work into that front part of the V at the top. It doesn't have to be half double crochet. You can do this with singles, doubles, trebles, literally whatever you want, and it will just give you a different kind of fabric. And it can also be used for things like baskets or purses to get it to go from like a flat bottom to go up. it's actually really cool because you can see here that this is like much more willing to fold than a regular half double crochet is going to be, because this is designed to be a flat piece of fabric, and this one's like, oh, I want to go that way. It's pretty cool stuff. But if you enjoyed this how-to video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more beginner crochet tutorials. I really enjoy sharing my craft with you. It is a beautiful thing, so I hope you're having a marvelous day, and I'll see you next time.